Well, welcome back to Olympus Coliseum, everybody.
Oh, I'm so glad to be back again.
You know, I think it's very noteworthy that within a video game, there are games themselves, the Olympus games, and that's what we're gonna do today.
Right.
Well, same routine.
The Olympics games, of course, being the upgrade to the caveman games.
Phil thinks it's all in his head.
Gosh, Herc, we know you're a hero.
Well, it's an upgrade in name only. We still have the effed up internal politics of the caveman games.
After all, your fans won't settle for anything less than a certified hero.
He called him a blunder boy. That's the worst insult I've ever heard.
Did someone just say Underdome?
I bet you'd like that.
Yeah.
Excuse me? Hey, I'm not a selfish guy. I'm not like those high and mighty snobs up on Olympus. I stand for the masses, and have I got a massive idea.
Yeah, Hades is all for workers' rights.
Ladies and gentlemen,
It's fucked up, but this entire bit was actually stolen from the time James Wood had to play Rudy Giuliani in that movie.
brings you the Ultimate Games to celebrate the reopening of the Ultimate Coliseum. We'll finally answer the age-old question, who deserves the title Ultimate Hero? These games are
Maybe
gonna
that guy?
settle the debate once and for all. The winner
Is it Herc?
reigns supreme. Of what? You
I don't know, he's past his prime. He's 28 now, he can't do shit anymore.
Yeah, he's gonna be benching.
Great Hercules will be there. Otherwise,
He's still smiling.
see your girlfriend today.
Don't you steal my girlfriend, Hades?
I love spending time.
Sounds more like a waste of time to me. Anyway, let's do it.
Why is the default option no? You're not supposed to do this.
They know. They know.
Well, sometimes you're just not prepared, you know? Sometimes you gotta equip the Keyblade with one more strength and one less magic.
Okay, so that line was definitely written by Nomura when he's like, "Oh, Orange, the coolest guy ever. We'll face him in the finals because he's so cool."
Hell, he's right. Aaron is really cool.
He's got booze.
Oh yeah, he's got a big sword.
Yeah.
He only needs one hand.
He launches sandworms into the stratosphere.
He wears sunglasses indoors.
Oh yeah, hell, me too.
How important you are in the Kingdom Hearts story as a Square character is directly tied to how large your weapon is.
I don't think that's true.
Well, think about it. Cloud, Auron, Sephiroth, all very large
Sephiroth's
swords.
weapon isn't long, it's tall, you Philistine.
I said large. I think we can go on both axes for that.
Fuck you.
Fuck, Jesus.
Whoa.
It's an XY axis, you son of a bitch. Nothing else matters.
Yeah, Blunder Boy.
Damn.
One next chirps, you gotta posit that the imperial system is better than the metric system. Get
my
real.
God. I'm so sorry for starting this. I apologize.
You're not sorry. As soon as this update is over, you're gonna twirl around in your chair and laugh to yourself.
I always imagined myself to be the Cloud to your Sephiroth, but I think the roles have been reversed today.
They're more like two Kefkas.
I mean, you know, that's the new name for our LP group for Kefkas.
Right? 2.5 Kefkas.
What do you think would be a half?
I don't know, who else is like out? I'm trying to think of like benevolent clowns in Final Fantasy.
Maybe it's just the legs.
Let's assume here that, like, this title of 2.5 Kefkas is, like, under the same principle as the Three Jokers theory.
Maybe Kujo would be like considered half a Kefka.
I don't know. You know, he looks too normal.
Yep.
Go-Go.
That's what people say about Kuja all the time. He just looks too normal.
He's just kind of a feminine man, Chirps. That's it.
He's got feathers for hair.
Yeah, so do I.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
You know, I didn't realize, but I think you're right. Future friend, like, Hercules is down and out after 2 rounds. He like probably twisted an ankle. He's not gonna be able to perform anymore.
You know, that's the thing about being a fighter. Like, I fight every day for my life to have my Let's Plays be recognized in Louvre. And sometimes you just get depressed and give up.
You know, I get it.
Anyway, let's not talk to Hercules anymore. He's a major bummer. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, we've got Auron to talk to.
Okay, let's review. State your crime, prisoner.
I exist.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Jesus
God.
Christ.
Excuse me.
I'm just too cool.
I stole a lolly off a child.
He's never acted that way before.
God, looks like Aaron has started reading about cynicism.
So you made one lousy mistake. You exist.
This is some real, like, interview kind of shit where it's like, what's your worst quality? It's like, oh, that I'm too perfect.
Transgression or two.
I understand. Defeat Hercules.
What's my worst quality? Well, I say it's existing in a natural and cruel world.
No. Only Hercules.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Dead in a ditch, hopefully.
A prison. The chair.
Hell.
What?
Oh my god, they made an action figure of him.
Hercules and the other
So, what do you think of synergy? The only synergy I care about is the synergy between life and death.
Damn.
Good. Now go.
Always wanted an Auron action figure.
That's how he's controlling.
Oh, do you think it's boastable?
It must be. If
Definitely.
he's controlling Auron by that, I assume that he's just, like, playing with it, and Auron has to do all the moves.
Wow. What do you think, like, Hades paid for that?
He stole it. He's evil.
I don't know. He said earlier that, you know, he's a man of the masses, and I think as a man of the masses, he realizes that even though we live in a broken system, you still have to pay to, like, make sure the workers don't get fired.
Yeah, but I think also he's probably, like, big into, like, bartering, so he probably traded, like, a Chase Funko or something for it.
I don't...
What's wrong?
I'm trying to think of this. I'm trying to, like, attack you from any angle here, but it's just too perfect an argument, Shorts.
You know something? That sounds kind of familiar.
So you know what? It's time to become Socratic. Why do you think that, Chirps?
Statue to hold
God.
free will hostage.
I think that because I exist.
You can find that statue.
Why do you exist?
Oh, fuck. Oh, jeez. This isn't gonna be on the midterm, is it?
You've got a match coming up.
Why are you so worried about the midterm?
One-on-one.
I'm always worried about the election.
That's right, the real tournament arc starts here. The Battle of Wills.
Just hurry back. I know you can do it.
Congratulations.
I think that's the thing about Hercules, right? He's too busy worrying about brawn. Where's the brain for Hercules? Where's his, like, debate?
Yeah.
What do you say?
Like, why isn't he debating some fat guy who thinks you should masturbate in public?
What?
Talking about me?
Is that a James Woods character I don't recognize?
No, that's a classic Diogenes thing of just jerking off in public.
Wow. Man, the Greeks really had everything, didn't they?
Diogenes was so cool. He's really the poster's philosopher.
They had philosophers, they had trolls.
Oh yeah. I mean, he was also a classic troll, but one I admire rather than loads.
Right?
Like, there's this story out there of him, like, him just standing in front of brothels and talking about, like, the sin of brothels and how, like, awful they are. And, like, it would piss people off so much that they just started throwing money at him, and then he immediately took that money and went into the brothel.
Wow, that's incredible.
Ah, Diogenes is so fucking cool.
You know, philosophy sure was different in those days.
Oh, yeah.
Well, in a lot of Greek writing, they used to say that he was very online. They didn't really know what that meant yet, but now we do.
Yeah.
It's just way ahead of these times.
Diogenes truly was the first case of irony poisoning.
Yes.
Yeah. He had a Patreon up, and there was like a goal that would just be like, I'll shut up forever if you give me this much money. So like we spent a lot of time with Sora now. What are his kind of like philosophical angles? Like he must have one if he's here in Greece.
He cares about his community. That's it.
You know what? I can't fault him for that. It sounds like a stand-up dude.
That's right. The Sora is anarcho-syndicalist.
Oh no. Well, now I don't know about that one.
Hey, it's a fine philosophy / politics. Listen, I won't have you besmirching people who think different of society than your lame-brain capitalist agenda chirps.
I'm sorry. I just get
But you
scared.
keep in mind that maybe 5 people live on the island that he's from. It would be kind of hard to have a power structure. How do you even fit a hierarchy on there?
Riku's been trying for years, you know, but it hasn't been working out with the fact that half of them keep getting kidnapped.
And it seems like the power struggle is always dealt in, like, games, right? Like, you had the one against Waka where you had to throw a volleyball back and fight back against, like, you know, racist rhetoric. There's the one against Riku where you just had to beat him to death with a stick. Like, I feel like there's a real, you know, it really speaks to a different sort of culture.
Yeah, like, you know, it's more about having fun, and I think everything really kind of went downhill when Waka got hit by that car and died.
That was a sad day.
Because, you know, he might have had some shitty opinions, but he was kind of the one keeping the gang together, you know?
Yeah, no one could stop Selfie from using her jump rope for harm after that. Man, I really love that they just give you a skateboard in hell.
A hell skateboard. It's evil.
You know, it's just teaching us that all skaters go to hell eventually.
That's fucked up.
You know, if you try to do the 900 on that skateboard, it only goes to 666.
Oh my god.
Yeah, wow.
We are in the skater's hell where there are no rails, no half pipes, no ramps.
But no cops.
What circle is that?
Oh, it's the Secret 8 one.
Oh. So like even worse.
You can't
than, like,
skate without
blasphemy.
8.
Yeah, that's the one where Aligary's nemesis, his brother Dave, like, was him.
I kind of wish next to the regular-sized skateboard there would be like a really large one, like implying that, you know, Hades takes out Cerberus for like the fucking skateboard ride.
He's more of a rollerblader.
Oh man, I hope we get to see that later too.
Let's wait until Kingdom Hearts 3, which I heard is going to be on the infamous PlayStation 3.
Wow, that'd be appropriate.
It is not too late. Let us turn back. But where is the sense in all this?
Yeah, that's my thought bubble there.
Another way. Deaths will mean nothing. You must live.
Wow, cool teaser for Final Fantasy X.
I get it. This is what found man's heart.
Had a pretty rough life.
I get it. Well, I'm glad someone does.
But in the end, that's really what made him stronger.
Let's give it back.
No way, let's keep it.
Nobody.
Yeah, think about the value on the secondary market.
He could fight so well because of his inner demons. No, it's because of the sword. Really big.
So, that entire Eternal monologue was just Sora constantly pulling the string on Aaron's back.
Also, the secret is that his inner demons are the ones helping him move the sword. Otherwise, he's actually very weak. A bunch of little tiny demons just, like, pushing the sword over for him.
Come on, Aaron.
It's kind of like how Hunter S. Thompson's best work was always when he was doing some insane drug nobody heard of.
Right, it's just like that. And it's like they say, you can't spell drugs and demons without at least one similar letter, so they're basically the same thing.
I'm not engaging with that bit. I'm angry at it. I am pissed off, sir. I will write a letter.
The City Hall will hear this.
I'm writing a letter to your boss. Just put them in the mail for you.
Mr. Let's Play, please cancel.
It's the next step down the slippery slope. First you decriminalize things, then you legalize them, then you make it illegal to not use them.
Not what I had in mind, but I'll take it.
We better skedaddle.
Hey, that's fucked up.
In the future year 2020, sobriety is a crime.
Now that seems like the kind of place I could live in.
Do you know I pulled you over? It's for not drinking and driving.
Maybe when everyone is too fucked up to recognize what actual quality is, my LP will do gangbusters.
Is that a drug thing?
Sure.
Now, finish him!
Orin! No!
I like this setup like a big Coliseum fight, but there's no, like, audience, so they're just here for Hades.
Well, having no audience is like a true mark of your tournament running well. It happens in Kingdom Hearts 1, and it happens in this game.
The
I guess you're
audience is here
right.
cheering, they're just off camera, and they're ghosts.
Prisoner!
Yeah, Hades is actually very popular. All his fans are just off screen.
But you gotta work with me.
They actually had to keep editing the audio because they would just clap every time he said anything, and it would just ruin the entire flow of the scene.
That's it! This game is over. I've played by the rules so far. Okay, I confess. I was hoping Wonder Boy would lose, but it was still a fair fight. Come on. Is that really so wrong? Huh?
Really, a fair fight.
Laugh all you want! Because now we're gonna play by my rules.
Oh no, Hades' fart chamber.
He's actually just like, before I tell you the rules, I have to go to the bathroom.
Hey, I warned you right at the get-go. You don't compete, you lose the girl.
No! Meg! Hang on!
Looks like Wonder Boy has dropped out of the stand.
Well, you've still got us to deal with.
Yeah. This is gonna be good.
So long,
Yeah, I was
Donald.
gonna say.
Yeah, just had to do a small correction.
Had us there for a moment.
Yeah. The game thinks... Wait, what?
That was a cool fight.
We can't win.
What?
Because it's his underworld.
Well,
Gee, then how do we beat him?
we slammed him twice. We can't win.
I think a true hero should be able to help.
But you...
I owe you one, Hades.
I drank all of your Gatorade.
A true hero is measured by.
And I left the bottles in the fridge.
I'll never forget that again.
Just no more crazy stunts.
People always do crazy things when they're in love.
What?
That was a courtesy laugh.
Imbeciles!
What, you two don't do crazy things for love?
How dare you!
One time I set a house on fire.
Wow.
That's it.
Whose house was it?
I don't know.
Also, can you speak closer into the microphone?
Oh, it was just one of those generic houses. I don't know who it belonged to.
One of those NPC houses. You know,
Yeah.
no big
Yeah.
deal.
It said house in the front. That's it.
Your SO just dared you to burn it down.
Classic. What's with the bump? Oh, okay.
Okay, so Hades in this turns basically invincible to all of your attacks when he turns red, and then you just gotta launch the bubbles at him.
Okay.
This boss fight is really fucking boring because Hades barely does fucking anything. I think that he actively just has less moves than he had in Kingdom Hearts 1.
Wow.
It is kind of a problem.
Can't believe classic red mad nude Hades can't muster up the will to fight. Yeah, I've only seen him do that this whole time, so like, I don't know what else he's got.
He shot a fireball once, but it hit Orin, so it's not like even as a dodge.
Yeah,
Who cares?
He has this fireball up now. It barely does anything.
It's menacingly in the background, just off screen.
Feel that heat.
Like, this boss fight sucks because I want to keep doing cool things like guarding his fucking projectile he throws at me, but Aaron keeps jumping into it and dying, and then he just stops doing it.
Well, he thinks that the tooltip at the top says hit him with Oron's sphere.
Oh, yeah, Aaron is classic sphere of influence.
Yeah, that's it. See, the problem with Oron is he read that book, but he only learned how to influence people. He never figured out how to win friends.
God, that clip's so good.
That's the best part of every Hades fight, is him asking you to feel the heat.
Mr. Woods, can we get another take? No. Gonna have to make do with that one.
I am pretty sure they just literally took it from Kingdom Hearts 1. It's so fucking cool.
They asked him
they
to,
had him do many takes and they all come out the same.
they asked him to redo the line, you shot a fireball at them and said, feel the heat.
Each of these is a separate, unique clip.
Yeah, it's his consistency that really makes him such a get.
It's not
Yeah, which is, you know, why nobody hires him but Tetsuya Nomura.
Oh my god, I can't believe he startled Hades and made him fall into his own toilet.
They had to push James Woods down a well for that take.
Yeah, he's a real method actor that way.
I lived my life defending others, but now there's no one left to protect. Maybe it's time I shaped my own story.
Yeah, you deserve it, Orin. After everything you've been through.
You're right, Orin, you deserve a sequel.
I should thank you.
Why don't you have a spin-off game?
Fine.
Where's Final Fantasy X3?
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
sure, you can.
They should
thank us
reintroduce the
a little.
dress fairs for that, but just have it be an Aaron.
The classic Auron spheres.
Yeah, maybe they'll finally respect dress spheres when we have a dress sphere that makes Aaron wear jeans.
Spare a few words.
Final Fantasy X-3 Auron returns.
He has to return because that's the one where they do the novel where Tidus kicks the blitzball, but it's a bomb and he dies.
Oh, his smile looked creepy. That was awful.
Oh yeah, isn't it also the novel in which Yuna makes out with Tidus' decapitated head?
I believe that does happen, yes.
Wow.
What?
Well, because his head gets decapitated when he kicks the blitzball that's secretly a bomb on the beach.
Oh, sounds like something.
Look, we all do crazy things when we're in love. We just learned that.
I'm kidding. Thank you, Sora.
Honestly, that novel sounds kick-ass. I gotta, find it.
I don't know if it ever came over in English, but there's probably a translation out there.
You know.
Yeah, but it's probably done by some fan translator who's doing everything in the most literal way possible.
And inserting swears every other sentence. Fuck, it's a blitzball, says Tidus.
That's right, Waka. You are my fucking Nakama.
Please, you forgot to use the honorifics.
Well, no one respects Waka enough to give him honorifics.
Aw, you can't abandon me now, Phil.
That's right, there's no honorific for racist.
Yeah, come on, Phil. How about it?
Let me see now. Well, you're not wise enough. Not quite seasoned enough.
Okay, we get the hint.
Look, kid, it's not my
Come back to me in the third game and maybe we can talk about it.
Cause if it was, you'd have no problem. I'd make you all heroes in a heartbeat.
Really?
Say it again.
On second thought, if those are your hero faces, you still got a lot of work to do.
What do you mean?
Go away.
Boy, open Nike Might at the Coliseum really sucks.
Well, what do you know?
What?
Uh-oh. This isn't good.
What the?
Oh my god!
Sarah Duddleton and Goofy have just upended the entire religion of Greece.
Yeah, now when you trace the Big Dipper, it actually becomes a Keyblade.
But why do those three constellations have like 200 times the stars of all the other ones?
That's just because they're more powerful gods than the rest.
And look at that. It's the copyright symbol constellation. And it says Disney.
Anyway, let's go to Twilight Town. There's a little secret boss here. And I, for one, think it's a neat one.
Yeah, he looks important because he's got a very large sword.
Is it Hercules?
God, I wish.
He doesn't use a sword.
What the? Wow, that's some hair.
God, I forgot about the fucking colors on this man's sword. It makes it look like it's a Nerf toy. See, if he went to a con, he wouldn't have to get that piece bonded.
So, welcome to Lexaeus. This fight owns. It's a dumb as hell boss fight about power levels.
Uh-huh.
So, whenever Lexaeus, drags that sword behind him, you get a guard against it, and then you get 100 more power points than him.
So this is the origin of every debate that people have had about power levels and, death battles of history or whatever, right?
No, but this was the origin of epic rap battles of history.
Wow.
So yeah, I really like this fight. I think this boss fight does a really good job of having every one of its moves, telegraphed very clearly. Especially that attack where he does the downward spill is just really neat because it's got such a nice rhythm to it. Anyway, he's onto his second phase now, and he starts doing a bunch of... He has two throw moves in it, and I am really bad at dodging them.
So, what does the power level actually mean in terms of, like, mechanics? Is it just a parry thing, or...?
In terms of mechanics, when he's got his power level on, you barely do any damage to him, and he doesn't get staggered by your attacks. Also, the higher it is, the more, like, properties his attacks get. So, for example, that, like, big jumping attack gets more and more rocks the further you get in the battle.
Okay. So it is just a very literal power level. Okay.
Yeah.
They just finally put it to numbers so that nerds could, like, calculate all of it. I do appreciate that so far all of these, like, shadow fights, or, like, absent fights, or whatever they call them. Data fights? Is that it?
Absent silhouette fights.
Yep, I love them. What I like about them so far is that they all seem to have, like, a gimmick to them.
Yeah.
Like, they're all very distinct.
Like, it really feels like it's kind of a apology for how boring a lot of these boss fights were in Chain of Memories.
Right, this is also an apology for the fact that the Hades fight that we just did kind of sucked.
Well, you know, now that you're saying it, I changed my mind. I gotta be the apologist for this game. That Hades fight was epic.
Yeah, remember when he said feel the heat? I really felt that.
Teleported and then just appeared and did nothing. It was great.
Remember when he made a fireball?
Yeah, they're gonna be talking about this boss fight for years to come.
Yeah, whenever anyone brings up Kingdom Hearts 2, they're like, oh, the Hades fight was really the peak.
What a pathetic performance, future friend. This is terrible. I'm about to leave.
Let's reconvene next week. I'll redo this, okay?
Oh, thank God.
Oh, you dodged one, I think. That's pretty good.
Yeah, are you ready now for his really cool desperation move?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's so fucking cool. Just as soon as you guard it, nothing else matters anymore.
Oh, cool, he gets to do this one again.
It's like that fucking Sephiroth Final Fantasy VII fight, but you just block the initial effects and the planet getting blown up doesn't matter.
Yeah, you just parry the meteor and it goes back.
Anyway, this fight isn't too hard, but I just think it's really fun and really also just a joy to learn.
Yeah, it seemed like an actual boss fight, unlike the Hades one.
It seemed like there were patterns you could learn.
Hey, take that back, Maddie. Take that frickin' back.
You can't make me.
Okay, I'll accept it. Anyway, though, we're not moving on to another world. Next time, we gotta do another tournament.
Oh, boy.
No!